Here we go, guys, getting it ready for our warm-up for today's workout. Stick with me on this warm-up. With all of the warm-ups, there's no magic to it. We're just looking to get the body moving, get the heart rate up, and get some blood flowing. So if at any time one of these movements is not feeling great for you, do something different. This is all meant to be your workout. This warm-up is just a really good guideline to make sure that you're set for today's workout. It's gonna be a full body warm-up. We're gonna get a little bit of everything. And we're gonna be starting off, guys, nice and easy with some traditional jumping jacks. Let's go ahead, getting those jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1, just bringing the hands up overhead while your feet jump out. We can always turn that into a step jack as well, going back and forth. You keep moving with these jumping jacks, you're gonna find me. I'm gonna give you the direction, I'm gonna give you a little bit of tips and hints, but I won't be going through the entire warm-up. I've got a little bit of sweat rolling already as we get started. So you just keep on going into those jumping jacks. We're gonna go for 5 more seconds on those jumping jacks. Again, turning that into some steps if that feels better for you. In 3, 2, 1, we're going to start with our feet nice and wide. Hands are going to come up overhead, and then we're going to reach them down between the legs. Feeling a good stretch as you reach overhead, and then reaching all the way down in between our legs, feeling a good stretch along the back side. Keep on going with these. For my warm-ups, I like to just move nice and fluidly. No counting involved. We've got enough thinking throughout the day, so we're going to make this nice and easy, just following along here. So let's go ahead for one more, finishing up the one that you're on. From there, we're going to turn for me from the side. We've got a little bit of bend in my knees. This is called an inchworm. We'll be walking our hands out to the top of our plank position and then walking our hands back up to our feet. If you can't make it all the way out and back, only go halfway. You should be doing these inchworms right now. Again, I'm going to just moving along about 30 to 45 seconds for each one of these movements. I love this general warm-up because by the time we finish here, a little sweat on the brow, get the heart rate going, and feel ready for your workout. So going through those inchworms, walking all the way out, walking all the way back, our goal is to get some shoulder warm up and to get those hamstrings going as well. So let's take one more wherever you're at. Let's finish up that last inchworm. All right, from here, squatting is in almost everyday activities. We're gonna start with our feet anywhere between that hip to shoulder width apart. Be looking straight at the camera or past the iPhone, the iPad, computer, whatever you have me screaming on today, setting those hips back and standing tall. Again, I'll show one from the side. You can start these. No need for speed here, just looking to get some movement. We're sending our butt back as far as we can. As we're going through here from the front, noticing that my knees are tracking out. So I'm trying to press my knees out as I'm sitting back, pretend that I'm sitting into a chair. And speaking of the chair, if you feel more comfortable doing that to a target, I've got a bench. You can use a chair at home. We're going to sit back onto the bench or the chair or the couch and stand tall. Again, there's no beauty, there's no magic in this warm-up. It's just to be getting some good movement, and we squat in almost everything we do. Let's go for 3 more squats, 2 more squats, getting into that final squat. If you need to grab something for some balance, we definitely can do that, but right now we're gonna be pulling the knee up towards the chest, setting it down, going over to the other side. We can use the post here, using that as a little bit of a balance. You could use a wall, pressing the opposite shoulder into the wall, just making sure you have a little bit of balance going back and forth. I'm not even doing all of this and I've got a little bit of sweat going and breathing heavy, so I'm sure you at home are feeling the same way. This is perfect. Again, just getting some really good general movement in before we start our workout out today. Let's go for 2 more on each side. Here's 1, 2, and 2. One of my favorite holds is our plank hold. So we're going to do this together here, finding yourself stepping back, noticing that from the side, my elbow, my shoulder, my wrist are all in line, keeping a nice flat back. You can always drop down to the knees if you have to. I'd like you to go ahead and find yourself into that plank position. We'll be holding here for 30 seconds. We're breathing, keeping our core nice and tight as we go through this. If at any time you need to drop to the knees, that is just fine. If you're dealing with any wrist issues, we always can drop down onto our forearms to take some of the pressure off of our wrists. All right, we've got about 10 more seconds holding here. Again, just taking some good deep breaths. We've got core activation, we've got glutes on, our shoulders are working. Plank is an all over great movement, especially to get us ready for your workout coming up after our warm up today. Let's go ahead in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we're gonna be speeding this up a little bit, getting that heart rate going. Let's find yourself back into those jumping jacks. Again, a little bit faster than we've started things out. You should be doing jumping jacks right now, getting those arms going. We can always go that step from side to side as well. Getting the heart rate going. We've got about 15 more seconds worth of those jumping jacks. Just looking to get some good movement in the shoulders and the lower body. Should be starting to feel that heart rate get elevated, that internal heat starting to turn on, getting you prepped for what you've got coming up after this. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, finding that squat stance again. So anywhere between that hip to shoulder width apart. We're gonna speed up those squats a little bit. If you need a chair, this is the time to go grab it. Let's go ahead, sitting back into that squat, squeezing the glutes as you stand tall. Again, from that side, we're sending our butt back, standing up. Only going as low as you feel comfortable. Let's go ahead, speeding through those squats. If squats are new for you, you can slow this down, making sure you feel really good and really comfortable. In our squat, you wanna make sure that your heels are always on the ground. So if you find your heels coming off of the ground, try to send your butt back a little bit further. Still speeding through those squats, should be burning by now. I didn't forget about you. 3, 2, 1. All right, from the side here, we're gonna go ahead, grabbing the top of the foot, pulling the heel to the butt. Again, we can use a wall or a post, whatever you have, giving you a little bit of extra balance. Should feel a really good stretch along the front side. Just going back and forth. Again, those quads, those muscles along the front side of the body are used in so much of our lower body movements. We want to get a good stretch on those. Let's go ahead for 2 more per side. Here's 1 on the other side, 2, and 2 on the other side. Going ahead, finding some space, making sure you've got some space here. Palms facing down. We're going to roll our shoulder blades up, pinch them back, and then bring them down. So we're pinching our shoulder blades together, making some really nice tight arm circles going forward. Again, from the back side, if you're taking a look at my shoulder blades here, picturing those shoulder blades, I'm going to pinch those together as I'm making those small circles forward. Let's make those circles a little bit bigger here. Still pinching the shoulder blades back together. And then we can slow this down, getting our full range of motion in. We want to try to get as big as we can with those arm circles. And then we can give a couple Michael Phelps swings, a little pat on the back. Feeling good. Congratulations, you did some of the warm-up, pat on the back. All right, stupid joke of the day, but that's all right. We're gonna go ahead, palms facing up this time, shoulder blades up, back, and down. We're gonna go in reverse. So same concept, using now palms facing up and shoulders in reverse. You're gonna feel this in a little bit different of a spot on your shoulders. All right, let's make those shoulder circles a little bit bigger, still pinching them back together. A little bit bigger yet, and we can slow that down, but find your full range of motion, just getting as far as you can. It's okay if one side doesn't go as big as the other. Again, just all part of warm-ups, and a couple more shakes. Again, congratulate yourself, a couple pats on the back. All right, we're gonna finish off a little bit higher intensity piece for this warm-up. Let's go ahead, find yourself back into those jumping jacks. We're really moving as fast as we can. Again, stepping if we have to, but we're looking to be moving quickly now. 10 more seconds. I'm kicking it along with you guys. Might as well get warm while we're at it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, finding that squat stance. Go ahead, getting into squats, sending the hips back, keeping our weight in our heels, standing tall at the top of each one. You guys keep on squatting. I can't keep up. I'm breathing a little bit heavy, and I want to be able to talk to you as we're going through this. Go ahead, we're going for 3 more squats. Here's 1, 2, and that third squat. So we can go ahead, shaking the legs on out. As we get set, one final stretch here. You can find a post, you can find a wall, you could even do this on the ground. What we'll be doing, I'm going to show from the post, placing my hand on the post, and then I'm going to be turning away, feeling a really good stretch through your chest and upper body. Mimicking this same thing from the wall, I can place my hand on the wall, and I'm turning away. I'm feeling the stretch in the chest and the pectoral muscle, and then getting into that shoulder, so all along the side. We're going to do this on both sides, so just holding and breathing. I know your heart rate's up a little bit. Hopefully that internal heat is kicking in, getting you set for what we've got to follow. And let's go ahead, switching to the other side. Same thing. Be pressing that open, feeling a great stretch through the shoulder and the chest on that opposite side. As we get into our warm-ups, again, if you're going through this and any of these movements are giving you a hard time, please ease off of them. And when in doubt, turn that into some squats or some planking. Those are both really, really good ways to warm up your body, regardless of what the movements you have coming up is. And again, that warm-up piece, it's just meant to feel good, get the heart rate going, and get the blood flowing. So here we go, guys. You can go ahead and relax on that. Here is my virtual high five for you guys. Warm-up is in the books. I hope you're ready for an awesome workout today. Enjoy it. Push yourself. Get outside of your comfort zone. I promise you're going to feel good once you finish this off. Enjoy.